Okay, today let's talk about the empty void of Starfield's 1,000 planets and how Bethesda's plan to fill them with procedural quests will make or break the Starfield experience after players get bored with the main story and focus on the world as a whole. We've gotten a few tidbits about their procedural quest system so far, and I'll link those videos in the description below. In Fallout 4, our continuous quest system was Garvey, and we all know how much fun that was. I think we're all hoping that this procedural quest system is vastly improved, but for now, all we can do is speculate. I do think that the system is going to make exploring the other planets in the game more worthwhile. Maybe unique weapons and gear will be tied to procedural quests that only pop up when certain criteria are met within the game or through the main story. Maybe, while on a main story quest, we have a chance to talk to an old traveler who mentioned something shiny he once saw on some other planet, giving us the ability to go obtain that shiny item. But since the quest was created procedurally, its planet location, buildings, enemies, and so on could be different for every player and every playthrough. Maybe if you side with the pirates in one playthrough, the enemies in the location will be the Freestar Collective, and vice versa. There were a few religious groups mentioned, so maybe they're guarding ancient relics, and who you align with will dictate the enemies you face in the same way. You'll still get that sweet gun you're after from the starting NPC, but the journey you take to get there could be vastly different between all players. This is how I hope that the quest system will be implemented. And this is because if Bethesda makes this system available to be modded, then modders will gain access to the different pieces of the procedural pie to make new adventures for players without needing to worry about some of the smaller details like what planet to put it on or who will be populating the location. There of course is a problem that could arise with this system. No one is going to feel immersed when we see the same chemical facility for the 15th time in a playthrough on different planets for different missions. I hope that there's enough variance in the structures to avoid this issue. I mean, if the quest system only has 20 structures to choose from, we're going to be running through duplicates we've memorized in the same way that Garvey sent us to the same location multiple times to clear out raiders that should have been eradicated hours ago. If modders have the ability to create more structures for the procedural system to feed off of, the quests in the game will all feel more varied and players won't lose much of the sense of adventure that they would if the structure variance was low. Imagine a modder creating a structure for the game, and then our imaginary quest that we created before from that old traveler suddenly sends you to an ice planet to scale the Tower of Isengard to find your gear at the top of it. This of course depends on the tools that Bethesda gives to the modding community, but I suppose that modders will find a way to do crazy things like this even without Bethesda's help. This naturally leads us to consider the gear that will drop from enemies and what we'll find in containers in the world. I wonder how variance will play a part in that gear when tied to a quest we've been given. It'd be cool to find a weapon with an icy skin on a frozen planet or a stone magma styled weapon on a fiery planet. I don't know if that's going to be a thing in the game, but I'm a loot goblin at heart, so stuff is good, more random shiny stuff is better. That's really all I wanted to chat about today, since the procedural quest system is going to be an integral part of Starfield's long-term success, and it's one of the systems that I'm pretty excited about, honestly. It's the second system that I really hope they cover during the Starfield Direct showcase. Let me know what system or topic you'd like me to talk about in the next video in the comments below. Also, let me know how you think the procedural quest system will improve the game or make it worse. But until next time, I'm Space Coconut, and you're welcome.